Just be careful. Some of the Treasurer's hired guards may not be so fond of you poking around.
On your way.
Let's go.
Zack leads the way again. We follow behind as Leanna fiddles with the manipulator. As we progress through the mansion, we pass unnoticed by the clerks and guards milling about. It's a very nice looking mansion. Must assume we have a reason to be here if we got through the front door. Leanna stares intently at the manipulator, her brow furrowed in confusion.
This doesn't make any sense.
What is it?
The readings. They're so erratic. It's almost like there's... but there can't be.
There's what?
Shadow magic.
Zack looks sharply at Leanna.
Shadow magic.
She reluctantly nods. Man, when he gives me only 3 words to say, I'm terrible. Zack sets his jaw and tightens his grip on his dischargers. So, shadow magic. Someone might tell me what that is?
It's forbidden magic.
She entirely focused on the manipulator.
It's coming from...
She jogs down a hallway and stops in front of the mahogany double doors.
behind there.
Suddenly, a voice calls out from behind us.
It's you!
Standing down the hall is the same guard from the shop.
How did you get in here? Intruders!
All eyes fall on us as he begins yelling. The guards who previously ignored us now draw the weapons as they close in. Zack pulls out his dischargers.
You go deal with whatever that is. I'll keep them busy here.
Zack kicks down one of the tables and drops behind it for cover.
Go! Now!
As he raises his guns, purple energy swirls to life. He raises that hail of energy bolt down the hall and suppresses the fire. We just invading a matter here out of nowhere, unprecedented entirely. Holy hell. Leanna bursts through the door and I stay at her heels. The noise from the battle gradually fades away as we run deeper into the mansion. Eventually the hall leads into a study. Carved wooden desk, laden with books and ledgers, is in the center with bookcases surrounding it. A man wearing a hooded dark robe sits at the desk. He scribbles something with one hand, while the other hand is hidden within his robe. An older man sits on the other side of the desk. His graying hair stick out in strange angles, and his embroidered clothes are slightly askew. He stares at the open ledgers of the desk, but his eyes are dull, as if they aren't really seeing it. 2 guards stand by the doorway, as still as statues, with those same dull eyes. Treasurer rises to his feet.
Who let these 2 in? I explicitly said no visitors.
Leanna's manipulator pulses wildly, especially when she raises her arm towards him.
It's him! He's the source of the shadow magic!
Neither the mayor nor the guards react.
How dare you make such accusations! Arrest her immediately!
This voice sounds really familiar, I don't know why. The guards ready the weapons. Stop! We aren't here to fight you!
It's no use! He's influencing them with shadow magic!
A gust of wind gathers around Leanna, violently whipping her hair and clothes. Concentrates her gauntlet's palm, and she hurls it at them. The wind knocks the guards against the wall and blows open the robe of the treasurer, exposing his hidden hand. Within his palm is the dark crystal sphere, looks like a marble of darkness and swirling smoke. From within the crystal are shadow tendrils which extend to the mayor and his 2 unconscious guards. Leanna's voice is flat when she speaks. Never seen her sound so serious before.
A tainted spear, and the branding of void.
You have seen too much.
Treasurer raises the black sphere high and shadow energy shoots straight towards Leanna. She raises her hand and creates another ball of wind which she fires at the shadowy bolt. Shadow ball cuts through Leanna's magic like a knife through butter, and the wind scatters harmlessly into the room. Push out the way, freeze. We probably should push out of the way. Leanna! Dash towards her and knock her out of the way. Oof. I like how the text even shakes a little bit. I like that. That's a cool effect. Take the full blunt of the shadow blast. I'm flung back against the wall. Agony seizes my body. I grit through the pain and look at Leanna. Doesn't look like any of the magic hit her. She rushes over, her face a mix of bewilderment and concern. You got this? This is painful AF. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what? I'll worry about me later. You got this. I muster up a smile. Go get him.
That was so reckless.
Leanna unleashes her blade. The determined fire in her eyes, she faces the treasurer and raises her sword. Oh damn! Manipulator close. Oh my god, those sound effects, dude, that sound actually really good. Oh my god. The audio is top notch for this. The manipulator grows with power which flows into a blade, casing in a similar glow. That looks, oh my god. That is dope. I gotta take a screenshot. I have to take a screenshot. Oh my god, that is actually dope as hell. I like it. Oh my lord. Magic particles swirl around as a static spark of energy lashes out from a weapon. In an instant, she dashes towards the treasure in inhuman speed. He fires 2 shadow bolts, but LEANNA uses her blade to cut through the air and shoots off 2 slices of energy, which cut through the shadow magic.
What?
Yeah!
LEANNA lunges and charges a blade towards the treasure. Just before her sword would pierce him, Treasurer throws his tainted sphere to the ground. It shatters apart in shadowy mist leaking out the orb, glows in the room in dark fog. Thick fog clouds my vision, so I can't see anything. As it slowly begins to fade, make out LEANNA watching her surroundings, but the treasure is nowhere to be seen. When she doesn't see the enemy, the glow from her sword fades away. The mayor lets out a throaty groan. He rubs at his head, his eyes now looking groggy, like somebody who just woken up.
What is...
LEANNA sheathes a blade.
Take it easy. You were under the effects of shadow magic.
shadow magic?
He shakes his head as if to free his thoughts. Must be trying to shake off the lingering effects of the magic.
Is it finally over?
LEANNA nods. The mayor takes a few more minutes to compose himself. When his eyes seem more focused, he sighs in relief.
You have my thanks.
Suddenly, door barges open and Zack races in. Behind him is a wave of guards.
Stop him!
He's with us!
The mayor stands unsteadily on his feet, but addresses the guards.
Leave them be! But I said leave them be!
They hesitate and shoot confused glances at each other, but ultimately follow the order and leave their weapons.
Took you guys long enough.
He looks at me.
What are you doing down there?
I groan as I rotate onto my back. LEANNA offers me a hand, which I accept.
He took a shadow blast, aimed for me.
Zack blinks in surprise, but looks impressed.
Seems like you ended up being useful after all.
Thanks? LEANNA checks the manipulator, but it remains still.
The shadow magic is gone.
The mayor seems much more alert.
It was my treasurer, wasn't it?
LEANNA nods. He sighs heavily and sits back down in his chair.
When he first arrived into town, I thought he would be like all the other travelers and go on his way. But he said he knew how to make this town even greater than what it is now. He had ideas on how we could become more than just a wayward stop. The first step was to increase taxes to build up our treasury.
He hangs his head in his hands.
All I wanted was to help the people here have better lives. But all I've done is cause them suffering.
You weren't in control of yourself.
But it was me who made all the rulings and enforced those tax laws.
LEANNA shakes her head.
It wasn't you. That man had a tainted sphere, and he was using it to influence you.
The mayor leans back. He looks tired, as if a huge weight was dropped on him.
I don't deserve to continue as mayor of this town.
One of the guards steps forward.
That's not true.
I look over at the voice and recognize him as one of the guards formerly controlled by the shadow magic.
I know what it's like when he used that magic. All I could think about was how I could become an honor guard. The thought was overwhelming and I'd do anything to achieve it. I know that wasn't the real you, Mayor.
The other formerly controlled guard steps forward and nods.
Me too. Little Garrett still plays with the toy sword you gave him for his birthday. Says he's practicing for when he joins the guard too.
Wow. The other guards in the room murmur their assent.
There's nobody who can run this town better than you.
The mayor glances at the hopeful faces of his guards. In a small town, can't believe that he knows each of them by name. Finally, he gives them a weak smile.
I suppose somebody needs to clean up this mess.
He gets back to his feet and turns to us.
I don't know how to thank you for what you've done for us.
LEANNA smiles warmly.
I'm glad we were able to help.
Zack and I nod.
You must be exhausted. Please, feel free to stay at Raven Pass for as long as you like. You are always welcome here.
Nice.
Thank you.
The 3 of us leave the mayor to his business and head out of the mansion. Once outside, I glance up at the darkened sky. LEANNA mirrors my movements.
We should rest up for the night.
Agreed.
I nod.
I saw the inn back towards the shops.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't get some rest. We took a freaking shadow magic to us to the side, I think. Zack leads the way. Returning down a side street, we see a lighted sign of the Hog's Head Inn. Stoutly yawn as we head inside. Zack and I sit down at the table while LEANNA speaks with the innkeeper. She returns with 2 room keys, looking a bit shocked. Wordlessly, she passes one to Zack. What's going on?
The innkeeper refused to let us pay for the rooms or food. Said it was by order of the mayor, and one he would happily oblige.
That was really nice of him. She nods. Another silence falls over us, but this one feels natural, not a bit uncomfortable. After a few minutes, the staff bring out 3 steaming bowls and place one in front of each of us. Once the bowl hits the table, Zack digs in with gusto, practically inhales his food. LEANNA and I share a look before we grab our spoons. Stew again? She nods.
It's hearty and filling.
Rabbit again?
Actually, this time it's venison.
I take a bite. Better than rabbit, even more gross, tastes the same. I'm gonna say better than rabbit. Wait, is venison... Venison is deer, right? I never had deer, but people say it's really it's lean and good. I guess we'll say it's better than rabbit, I guess. No way, it's even better. LEANNA grins.
I like venison more.
I try not to wince every time I use my spoon. Fire has eased out of my body, but my shoulder still throbs when I land it on the ground. LEANNA glances at me, then gets up and walks back to the innkeeper. She returns with a compress in her hand. She offers it to me with a smile.
This should help with the pain.
I hold it against my shoulder and smile appreciatively at the pain as the pain slowly melts into a dull ache.
Thanks for helping me back there.
I smile. Anytime. Preferably not every time. I continue digging into my meal. So, what exactly makes shadow magic bad?
It's far more dangerous than any other elemental magic, and it's incredibly unstable and volatile. The most serious thought of shadow magic is how it's able to amplify the shadowy thoughts of someone's mind.
So the treasurer was manipulating what the mayor was already feeling. She nods.
He might have wanted to help the town by looking to expand, but there's also a bit of selfishness on his part for wanting to do that too. Either greed for more money coming in and more luxurious goods, or wanting more fame and recognition.
Everyone has thoughts like that. It's just a matter of keeping those thoughts in check.
LEANNA nods.
Shadow magic, unfortunately, lets those desires loose in a destructive way.
Is there any way to block against it?
Unless you are a mage. Not really.
LEANNA picks at a food.
Most people can't control the magic well, and it's very easy for it to backfire and cause more harm to the caster than the intended target.
That treasurer seemed to be handling well. She looks even more worried.
I know. Which is even more troubling, considering the fact that shadow magic is outlawed in Havengard.
Zack pushes his now empty bowl away from him.
I think he's part of Void.
LEANNA's frown deepens.
I think so too. I noticed the branding on his forearm.
What's Void?
They're practitioners of shadow magic. They first rose to power during the struggle of the Three Kingdoms, before the Treaty of Asaria. They wanted to grow their power in the outreach of shadow magic, and a lot of innocent people were killed in the process. At the height of their power, they grew so powerful and were so destructive that the Three Kingdoms had to set aside their differences and band together.
That's when the treaty was formed. Part of the agreement was to outlaw shadow magic.
Are you really telling me that... Are you really telling me it took 3 kingdoms to take down one cult?
Shadow magic is a lot more powerful than any other elemental magic, which is why there are people who still want to practice it. It's impossible to stabilize the magic, so it's deemed too dangerous to be used.
Zack nods. I see. No wonder both LEANNA and Zack seemed so grim when they first noticed the shadow magic. I stuff another yawn.
Is everyone done eating?
Zack and I both nod.
Then I suggest we head to bed.
I second the motion. I'm exhausted.
I know.
She grins, and I can feel a rush of warmth through my face. Guess she saw my yawn. Zack leads the way upstairs, clutching one of the keys. We stop in front of 2 adjoining doors.
Well, good night then.
Night. Zack nods. Then turns the key and lets stuff into the room. Gently closes the door behind her. Zack also turns the key and lets himself into the second room. As I'm about to follow him in, the door slams shut. Very funny. Turn the handle, but it's locked. What the hell? God damn it, Zack. This is starting off well, isn't it? Zack, let me in. He ignores me, so I pound on the door. Come on, let me in. He doesn't answer, but a couple people poke their heads out of the rooms and glare at me. Be more quiet, try LEANNA's room, try again. Oh god. Guess we'd be more quiet? Sorry. I gently knock on the door. Haha, very funny. You can open the door now, please. No answer. Maybe. I was about to say maybe LEANNA would be nice enough to share the room, but I don't know if we know her too well. We did take out a shoulder for her. She could at least offer us a floor to sleep on. Maybe, I don't know. It'd still be really uncomfortable. Oh god. Before we cause a ruckus, let's see what LEANNA would say first. This is ridiculous. I knock on LEANNA's door. LEANNA? She opens the door a crack and pulls it open all the way when she recognizes me. Her brows are creased with worry.
Is something wrong?
Zack is being mean. At least let's let her know directly what's going on. Zack locked me out of the room. She blinks.
Really? Is that it?
And I need to get in there?
Alright, then get in there.
How? She smirks.
I'm sure you'll figure it out. Good night.
She closes the door. That didn't go as expected. Alright, Zack, we're trying again. Continue hammering repeatedly on the door. I can keep this up all night. Suddenly, the door swings open and I walk in. First thing I notice are the 2 twin beds. Zack lounges on one and fixes his stony gaze at me. What the hell was that? Why don't you let me in?
No space.
There are 2 beds. Zack wordlessly walks over to the other bed and pulls back the blankets. Tucked inside the bed are both of his dischargers. Not cool, man. Not cool. I go to remove the weapons.
What are you doing?
This is my bed.
But then where will they sleep?
I just look at him. Finally uses his eyes and collects his dischargers. His weapons need a bed to sleep on. God damn it, Zack. Wow! Wow, that is actually really funny. I can't be mad at that. I cannot be mad at that. That's actually kind of hilarious. Wow. I lie back on the bed, and as soon as my head hits the pillow, I'm asleep. Well, 3rd night in this new world of Terra. This is kind of cool. I like this a lot. I like this a whole lot, but I'm gonna take a little break here for now. Yo, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll be right back with this series a little bit more. I want to keep playing this. This is great. This is actually freaking awesome. I really like this. Let's keep it going, right? That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do, y'all. That's it. That's happening. We're gonna keep it going. Nevertheless, hope you enjoyed the series, and I hope you enjoyed this current episode. And looking forward to uploading more. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. My name is Thamriyell. Like, subscribe, and always every day. And as always, I'll see you in the next episode of what is the game's name called again? I need to figure this out again. Can I pull it up on Steam? Crystalline. There we go. Next episode of Crystalline. Sorry, brand new game, so it's new. I'm terrible with names. Anyway, I'll see you later. Also, if you want to check out the game for yourself, link in the description below. And I'll see you later. Bye.